we are presenting Detailing Dawn as a business opportunity. The Detailing Dawn success story is built on providing the finest quality car detailing services in the city of dreams called Mumbai. After opening first store in 2017, Detailing Dawns have grown into one of the most popular independently owned car detailing companies in Mumbai. To discuss more on this, I have Mr. Jishan, who is the founder of Detailing Dawns. Hi, Jishan, and I would request to give us an overview into your journey so far and what are we going to offer through this insightful journey. Over
Hi,
to you.
Alka ma'am. Thank you for this opportunity for this webinar. Hi guys, I am Zishan Patel, the founder of Detailing Dawn. So basically, Detailing Dawn started in 2017 with a basic vision to be one of the best in the best detailing providers in the industry. So ultimately, when we passed out from the college, we decided that there has to be something done for ourselves rather than moving abroad and studying and putting in so much money.
Correct.
So ultimately, there was this entrepreneurial on head that we have to do something of our own. And me and my friend, when we passed out, my friend had already joined one company in digital marketing, and
Sure.
we were exploring opportunities. So by the time we were exploring opportunities, we were trying to eliminate what we like and what we don't.
Mhm.
So we had this thing in mind that we should be doing something what we love.
Yeah.
So that for boys there is always that thing for automobile.
Hmm.
So we took down on paper that yeah, whenever we are looking for an opportunity, there is this car that clicks in my head every time.
Correct.
So in when you talk about cars, so there was this vertical where you go into the mechanical part, you do coding, you do revamp, you do modification of the car, and
Sure.
then there was this part that whenever I used to go to an automobile garage with my car, I used to not always like the process going on.
Yeah.
Within 2 or 3 hours, I used to get bored.
Oh.
So ultimately, I used to feel that this is not something which I love for the long run. But
Yes.
on the other hand, when I used to take my car to places where it used to get pampered, where it used to get paint corrected, polished, and all that shiny thing, I used to wait for 7, 8 hours throughout the day, stay over there and get the work done. And after the work used to be finished, I used to be very happy with my car.
Hmm.
So that I realized that I have love for this
Yeah.
more than the mechanical part. Because mechanical part, I understood that I'll get bored by doing this in a
Hmm.
month or two, and later on it will just become a habit that ठीक है करना है तो करना है,
Hmm.
but मजा नहीं आ रहा.
Correct.
So ultimately we eliminated that mechanical part, and all this pampering was left.
Yeah.
So then we decided that yeah, there is a scope, there is something that we are going to love doing. So from there the idea came in. Then we started exploring channels which were not in India.
Yes.
So then we decided that there are products. Then we decided that along with those products, there is a lot of science behind it. So we started studying that what exactly are the market trends, how exactly we'll cover the market area, and
Yes.
how are the customer going to come into us.
Hmm.
So that way we came up with we started exploring different names as well, and these names were like very basic. So we thought okay, there has to be a name which will go in the long run,
Hmm.
which will become a bigger part of the industry. So that way we didn't want to put up any local name. So we decided with Detailing Launch as the name for our
Hmm.
brand. We finalized all the services and we put up a basic one outlet in Navi Mumbai.
Sure.
And that time the bigger products were not available in the market, like ceramic coating, paint protection things were not there. Only thing were there was car washes, basic services. So making a business out of it was a very big challenge for us. But we knew that ceramic coating and bigger services are going to become a huge part of this industry. So we were patient about it. We were creating customer awareness. So this in the starting 2 years of the business, there were a lot of milestones and hurdles which made Detailing Launch what it is today. And we have been successfully running two of our company outlets at a very big scale. And in a competitive market like Mumbai, we are doing good. We are on a positive note, and that's where we decided to come up with franchise outlets.
Sure. Sure. Thank you. Thank you for the journey. And we have a question from Drivedi. Himachal Trivedi. So, what is the purpose of this? Is there anyone who can tell me? So, basically, today's opportunity for the day. So, every week we bring one opportunity which we line up for a franchisee to invest into. So, today we are talking about a car detailing business, a name detailing Dawn based out of Mumbai. So, any question post that if you have, you can post. We would like to answer here in the live session. Yes, Jishan, back to you. I'm glad, So when you say that we should do what we love, right?
Yeah.
So this again is the message for all the viewers, that anybody who has the interest to get into a business of a car detailing, car polishing, or any other thing, do message us. Be connected to during this live session, and whatever the question have, you can share here, as well as the number which we are going to share in the live session. Yes. So when you say the franchisee business, right? So when did you start the franchisee?
So ultimately, the franchise thing was exactly started in 2020 itself.
Hmm.
And when you talk about franchisee, when we talk about franchise as a business,
Hmm.
so it does not come up with that you should be having your services ready. When
Hmm.
you go into franchises, it is all about having your products ready. So
Correct.
in the first 2 years, we did business on the grassroots level. We
Hmm.
understood the entire projection of the business.
Yeah.
And in the latter part, we started having our own products, because
Sure.
when we knew when we are going into franchises, we need to have entire range of our own to provide to the franchisees. So we
Yes.
took around 1.5 year to finalize all the range of products, to finalize all the packaging, to finalize all the rates. And in
Hmm.
2020, when we decided that yes, we are ready with all this, that
Hmm.
time COVID struck. Okay.
Oh.
So again, when the when the lockdown started opening in phases, we had this
Hmm.
one challenge of making sure that our existing business doesn't suffer, and
Hmm.
to move into new outlets and taking in own more overhead. We decided to take a halt for a year,
Hmm.
and there was this product coming in, like graphene coating was coming in. So we started more technical research on those products. We took 1 more year, and in the last year we started with the franchising.
Great. Great.
In the December
Uh,
2022 we started.
Yeah, we have another question from Jishan. I'll be taking questions here so that they
Yeah.
can be connected and understand more about our, the today opportunity. What is the upfront cost and which cities have the most scope? Please stay connected to us, Kunal. We will answer your both of the question in the coming slides, which will cover the cost as well as the city which you would like to start the franchisee of detailing dons. Yes, we will go to the next slide to have more understanding in terms of what we are going to offer in regards of the services. You have given me a good understanding, Jishan, in terms of how did you start, the challenges you faced during your journey, how did you overcome those challenges, and now you stand as one of the the brand which in Mumbai city, right? So we will
Yeah.
definitely are going to speak about what are the different services or the product what you are going to offer for the customers, when it comes to B2, business to the customer. So over to you again.
So we have more than 12 services in all, starting with basic car detailing services, which covers the basic washes also, which covers the interior detailing. So this is the referral business which comes in again and again.
Hmm.
These customers are going to come to you twice a month, thrice a month. So these 5 SKUs are some which is going to be a repetitive business. Then over to paint correction treatment and premium ceramic coating. So when we talk about paint correction treatment, this is something which is required every 6 months. And when you say every 6 months, we have built a model where the customer is reminded every 6 months upfrontly that you had gotten 6 months paint protection 6 months ago. Now it is your time to get it done one more time.
Hmm.
So this is something which is required twice a year. Then we have ceramic coating,
Hmm.
which we provide a package of 2 to 3 years,
Sure.
and B7 coating. So when there is a gap between ceramic coating and paint correction treatment, there is a gap of a good rupee gap, जहाँ पे कस्टमर उतना नहीं पे करना चाहते, तो then we came
Huh.
up with D7 Pro coating,
Hmm.
which
Hmm.
has a life of 1 year.
Hmm.
So that is budget wala. And then we have paint protection films who are looking for end protection, who don't
Hmm.
want to spend more on ceramic coating. They're looking for paint protection. They're going to be protective against the scratches. and they don't want to go to the paint shop to get the car repainted again and again. So they put up a scratch guard on the paint body. This cost just the SKU of more than 1 lakh rupees. Okay? And this
Sure.
customer does every 3 years, 3 to 5 years. So these are the basic services, and we keep on adding on the packages every year.
Fine, fine. So these are the services which we are going to talk about, varying from car detailing, which is the basic, to
Yeah.
the, it caters. What I came to know from Zishan, that we have been helping every type of a customer who comes with a small ticket size to the average or to
Yeah.
the maximum. So here is the again message for all the viewers. The services which Zishan through the company Detailing Dawn provides cater every kind of pocket. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next slide to have more understanding through financials. So we have spoken about the inception, how you have been running, and then the challenges you crossed, and then you are going to give a support to your franchisees and other stuff. Let's talk about the numbers in terms of what are the requirement, initial requirement in terms of area you look for, the investment, the bifurcation of the investment, the franchisee fee amount, and also we are going to expect the returns, from you. So let's start with the requirement.
So ultimately, when we talk about the business opportunity, so in this opportunity, basically what we are looking forward to is people who are entrepreneurial mindset and looking forward to grow and in their own space. So ultimately, there are two type of people when they are looking for business opportunity. One, there are investors. Then there are people who want to do business, who want to
Correct.
become successful with their own hard work. So ultimately, there is this challenge of 1,000 square feet of area, okay, which has to be a carpet area of 1,000 square feet to make a three-way outlet. And the franchise fees is 2,70,000 rupees plus GST, and 10 to 15 lakh rupees is the overall investment depending how we make the place. So there are going to be different spaces. When you say 15 lakh rupees an investment, 4 to 5 lakh rupees would be the infra cost, and 10 to 12 lakh rupees will be the overall expenses like material, equipment, franchise fees, and badges and boards and
Sure.
marketing material.
Sure, sure, sure. So that's how this tend to like depend upon the size of a property, a person have. We have another question from Kunal. How do you differ from Carspa, the retailing mafia, and other players in the market? We will cover investment breakup because it is linked to the investment. Then we will cover this question, and before we go to the next slide.
Yeah.
So investment breakup, when you say that, I can see all the stuff which is bifurcated into the different parts, and we have discussed. So
Yeah.
are you going to highlight in terms of the returns when somebody invests, say 10 to
Yes.
15 lakhs, how the returns look like, and what are the different avenues of business which we are expecting through the Detailing Dawn franchise?
So when you invest more than 14 to 15 lakh rupees in detailing bonds as a company and you take over the outlet, so we are looking for a payback period of 1 year.
Okay.
And as I said, we are a grassroots company. We have a proven business model. And when we are working with a proven business model, we have experienced this sales and experienced this projection and summarize this with our account team, and everything is summarized and corrected in the past 5 years. And the projection is on the positive side. When we say 1 year, that is also usually it should be around 8 months, but still we are saying 1 year. If things go fair, it can be 10 months also. Because
Okay.
when you do a 35% net profit business and 65% gross profit business, you have to do a sales of 5 to 7 lakh rupees every month.
Hmm.
And with this ticket size, it is easily doable. Just there has to be a will of doing business.
Of course, yes, of course. Yes. There has to be some will attached to run the business, right? So related to this, I have a question. When you say that 35 net returns, what is
Yeah.
the OPEX we look for in terms of the salaries, and then the rentals? What is the percentage out of this 30? When it's a 65 to 70% is the gross. So
Yeah.
OPEX covers how much percentage?
Operational expense is more than 40%.
40%.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
40% is the operational expense, and 30% would be the
Great.
material expense.
Great. Great. Fine, I have a good understanding. Now you can answer Kunal Mittal's question that how are we different from the other competitor of yours like Car Spa, the Detailing Mafia, and other players, who are in the car detailing and car servicing business. Over to you, Jishan.
Hi Kunal, thank you for this question. This is something which is always going to come up in the journey when you start comparing with the brands of this level. So ultimately, starting with Carspa is a big brand. They've been doing franchise in the past 12 years. But when you look at the investment plan, so overall investment, what we are taking and the projection, what we are providing. So as I always say, as I've said towards the webinar, we are a company which has come from a grassroots level. We have experienced each and every aspect of the business. So we are not over promising, we are not under promising. We are just setting up realistic goals, and we are not really taking anything for ourselves. We want to do good business. We want to make a good name in the industry by providing best quality services at nominal prices. So ultimately, when you see compare us with the bigger players in the market, it has become more like a commercial thing. For us, it is not just a commercial thing. We want people to take our franchises and run it at a very successful note. And for that, we'll be providing store assistance, we'll be providing quality products at such prices that you don't have to go out for these products. Your parent company will be providing each and everything at such a price, and the prices will be kept at such a level that it will be competitive. It will be competitive from the lower end of the market also and upper end of the market also. Okay. And along with that, we'll be letting you work with two or three good brands so that you don't lose out on customers. Unlike other companies which don't let the franchisees do work with other brands which which has a good market coverage.
Yes.
Like there is this good company which if you use you can make good revenue. So we are not going to keep the franchises stuck with just with our product. If the customer are demanding you, you have to take our approval that this is the customer what is demanding. Once the product is approved, you can use it. So this is the major difference that we are working on. We don't want to tie the hands of franchisees. We want them to work. We want them to earn good money and make a good name for themselves.
Great, great. So, Jishan, I have another question which comes in my mind while you are discussing about that. How are you different from other competitor in your space?
Yeah.
What is the process? One person decides to go ahead with you. He liked, I mean, you as a company, and also he's
Yeah.
okay with the kind of investment. So, from
Yeah.
once he signs an LOI, how the process, till he starts operationally. So, would you mind sharing the details with me?
Yes, I'll do it. So basically, once the proposal is shared and we start looking out for location, so we have divided the overall process into three parts. So when we finalize the place, there is a basic payment of 30%, which the franchisee will transfer in the company's account, and the company will provide a basic 3D plan to the franchisee that how the store is to be made.
Correct.
Then post that once we start with the approval of the our interior guy will go over there, finalize the design, they'll check out for the space, and once the space is finalized, interior work is finalized, we give a 45 days plan till the opening part.
Okay. Okay.
So within 45 days, the store has to be open. That will be a part of the agreement from the initial payment. Then there is a payment of 40% halfway through the process during the agreement. And after that, the infra work is going on for the 15 days. In the last 7 days, there will be a staff training. Post the completion of staff training, the franchise will pay more 30% of the 30% part of the business franchise fees and a proposal of which that will be used to provide all the equipment and material to the franchisee. And by the time the material reaches there, we'll not open the store. The franchisee will come to Bombay for a period of 3 days for sales training. If they don't want to come down, they just want to come down, they can bring in someone who will be managing their space. So that guy will come, will stay with us for 3 days. We'll have proper store access. We'll make him one-on-one contact with the customers. The customers will come to our space. He'll deal with them. He'll talk to them. He'll understand how the products are to be pitched. And then post that, once he reaches to his place, we'll plan for the opening.
Sure, sure. So I think Kunal, he has answered your question. Also, I would want Kunal Mittal to share your contact details so that our team will be in touch with you to take the discussion ahead in regards to arranging a one call with Jishan to understand, more in services what you look for. So back to the services and the opportunity lined up for today. Why should people partner with you? So that's the question which I have it, and also it should serve the need of other investors who would like to know more about you. That yes, we talked about the business model which is a proven. Yeah. So what are the other things in terms of we which makes us partners with you? So over to you again, Jishan.
So, partnering with us, see, we are a sailing company. We have plans to go big in the market in the next 2 years. Yeah. Maybe now is the time. When you partner with us, you get deals at such prices which are not going to stay for a very long time.
Mhm.
Secondly, talking about the business, we are, as I said earlier as well, we are not more into commercial. If we had to be in the commercial, we would be not providing a material range of just 2.3 lakh rupees.
Mhm.
What usually happens in the franchise business, the franchises are given a material of more than 8 to 10 lakh rupees,
Mhm.
and the material stays at the store for 1 year at least.
Mhm.
How much ever you do the business, a material of 8 to 10 lakh rupees is a huge amount. So
Mhm.
what we have done is we have made it easy for the franchisee by keeping the material cost and equipment cost on a very lower side. Even if you go out and buy, you will
Correct.
have it on the same prices. Even
Mhm.
if you buy from us, you'll have the same prices. So the franchisee will not have to look here and there in terms of transparency,
Mhm.
in terms of transparency by the brand. And later on, adding on to the marketing campaigns, we have a background of marketing. We have a team for marketing. We have a place where the boys are sitting just for the marketing. If you go to our Instagram channel, okay, if you go to our social media pages, you will realize that this is not just about cars. Yeah. This is about overall automobile industry. So
Yes.
when we are into business, we take the overall automobile industry into consideration.
Mhm.
And
Correct.
with this consideration, we have realized the numbers are going on the positive side, and very few brands are available who are making a good franchise model of this one.
Mhm.
People are more into local success. There
Mhm.
are very hardly you can count 3 or 4 brands who have
Mhm.
made good franchise business out
True,
of it.
true, true, true. Yeah, yeah. So that's how detailing Dawn marks are different in the market in terms of the best ROI it has, the business model which speaks itself, and then the campaigning which company does from the company side to ensure that their franchises should run successfully, and of course the assistance and handholding which
And
the
ultimately,
company
na,
provides throughout the journey.
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the franchise business plan, when we
Mhm.
say, when you invest 15 lakh rupees in the franchisee, there are very few industries which provide 35% of net.
Correct.
To get a 35%
Yes.
net profit, people need to invest more than crores of rupees,
Yes. 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 Yes.
and you don't even know whether they are going to return or not.
Mhm.
Plus, by working with detailing norms, we are going to eliminate the problem which comes for you, because we know how to eliminate those problems. We have did it in the past 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
We have been eliminating problems for the past 5 years, and now we are done that. Yeah, these are the problems that had to be eliminated. So
Hmm.
you doing it by yourself, you
Hmm.
will keep on eliminating these problems for the next 5 years.
Yes, yes.
So we'll help you do business in such a way that you are ready in the next 6 months
Hmm. Hmm.
and you are earning.
Correct, correct, correct. So I have few question, Jishan, which I will be taking up in the next slide. So let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So time involvement. We talked about you are going to give us support right from inspecting a property, finalization
Yeah.
of property, making infrastructure ready, the pre-opening assistance, and then the training and the recruitment hand-holding you have, and after they start operationally, the post-operations need of the franchisee you fulfill. Now, what is your expectation as a franchisor, in terms of when they take up your business, right? So what is the timeline, so they have to be especially in the early operation till the time the franchisees run on the autopilot mode. So what
Yeah.
is your expectation in terms of the time involvement from franchisee, since it is franchise and
Firstly,
franchise operated model? Yeah, so please give us an understanding in terms of the time involvement.
firstly, as we said, there is a basic timeline of 45 days
Hmm.
from finalization of franchise to
Yeah.
the grand opening. And
Hmm.
there is a paddling cycling period of 3 months.
Okay. Okay.
And in these 3 months, we are expecting the franchisee to be available at the store for at least 6 to 7 hours in a day.
Sure. Sure.
And in these 3 months, we'll be providing total handholding and marketing support from our side, which
Hmm.
will be unpaid.
Hmm.
And that when we provide, we'll be making sure that the franchise outlet starts running on such a way that the customers start coming in.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So this
Correct.
3 month cycling period is a very crucial period to achieve the goal for the entire year.
Hmm. Hmm.
These first 3 months are going to decide how the franchise will survive in the market and the sustaining period and the success ratio.
Hmm.
Yeah. And this we have learned while doing the business.
Hmm.
When we opened our second outlet, the first 3 months decided what exactly we were going to look like, what were the target customers, and each and everything was decided in the first 3 months.
Hmm.
And in this period, we just have to keep overall quality control.
Hmm.
So, what I'm trying to say is the first 3 months are going to be very crucial
Also
for the business to
retention
take
of
the shape.
customer, right? So when you talk to your customer,
Hmm.
so when you are best at your services, retention of customer automatically expected, right? So that's how it is. Related to this, I have another question in terms of, is there any criteria on the basis of which you decide that this person comes with this experience can be a good fit for you as a franchise partner?
So, ultimately, when the franchise is finalized or we have a good prospect buyer for the franchise, so that time we'll be considering the background, we'll be considering the family's current occupation.
Correct.
See,
Correct.
if we had to give out to the investors,
Hmm.
detailing dons will be having the 10 more outlets in the 2 or 3 months time.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
we are looking for entrepreneur mindset. We are
Hmm.
not looking for investor mindset.
Hmm. 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 Sure.
So we'll be doing a basic interview session
Hmm.
to understand what exactly the prospect buyers is expecting.
Hmm.
Okay? And if those mutual agreement is done, the mutual mindset is set, and we feel that detailing laws is in safe hands, we'll
Yeah.
definitely hand over the franchise.
Sure, sure. I think the second question, which business strategy, we have been talking about marketing strategy and then support in terms of the proper execution before he give a launch. So, is there
Yeah.
any kind of business strategy to kickstart? Right. I mean, there is a soft launch or there is discount period, early bird discount sort of thing. So,
Yes.
are we getting into any kind of a business strategy
And
to?
that is going to be a very, very big part of these early 3 months.
Hmm.
Early 3 months are going to be of full aggression and marketing.
Hmm. So
So
true.
ultimately, we'll start with a 30% offer in the
Okay.
first month,
Hmm.
considering we'll be doing local level marketing,
Hmm.
hands on with the franchisee
Hmm.
to understand what exactly the local market looks like
Hmm.
and what is the reach of this market.
Hmm.
So when you put up in Bangalore, we'll have to understand the area analysis, we'll analyze the area,
Yeah.
and then we'll decide how many kilometers of local marketing will need to be covered.
Cover.
So in
Correct.
the first month, we'll be doing that. In the second month, we have an entire month planned for online marketing.
Hmm.
And by the third month, we'll be focusing on lead generation. Once
Hmm.
we make a name in the market, people
Hmm.
start knowing that yeah, these guys have opened up in
Hmm.
so and so area. We'll start with lead generation.
Sure.
So
Sure.
coming to the same, first 3 months are going to be crucial.
Crucial. Correct. Correct. So, yes, Jishan is very clear. This is a message for the viewers. There is a proper business strategy which will be implied once you decide to go ahead with the franchisee of Detailing Dons. So, any other question who are watching us live, please put your question so that we can answer here only during the live session. Uh, yeah, so we have taken the questions from Kunal Mittal, and so yeah, so that's how it is. Let's go to the next slide to give a last message to the viewers. Thank you for joining us, everyone. If you have any another question in regards to Detailing Don franchise or any other franchisee in any vertical, be it retail or education, FMCG, any kind of a business, please contact us on the number flashing on the screen, which is 9844443200. You can visit franchisebazaar.com to have a more understanding of there is the banner flashing of Detailing Dons. Please click that, and that will help you to land to the direct page wherein the franchisee details are mentioned. Other than that, you can filter your requirement in terms of investment, the city or the location you prefer to start with, and the kind of a vertical you want to get into. So yes, Jisham, thank you so much for giving us time and giving us the entire journey beautifully. In terms of how did you start and how successful the brand at this point of time. Any message for the viewers who are listening to us, and those who wants to listen to us?
One small message to the viewers: automobile industry has been growing post COVID. India has sold 38 lakh units in the past year, which is more than 24% higher than 2021.
Sure.
And here we are, a part of automobile industry. Come join us and be a part of this sailing ship.
Sure. Thank you once again. With
Thank
this
you.
note, we are ending up the session. Thank you.
Thank you.